that can actually overcome a lot of individual skill if you can get past that early to mid-game play. So the big question is, can Team Udon be able to push through that and be able to force a way into a win? Here we go, getting into the game now. This is a little bit loud, I'm very sorry about that. We'll go ahead and turn down the sound volume just a bit. We'll go ahead and get this going now. So, big question is, what are they going to do now? It looks like we are looking at a slight invade. I'm very interested to see how this works out for them. Looks like Udon is still in the base. There he goes, now he's running out of base there. So the question is, actually, we are going to get a face check on the side of Udon. They might, I think they did see a glimpse already of them walking into that bush. So Roy TBT did see it. They are going to set up, and yep, there goes the whirlwind going through, not knocking up anyone, so nothing doing there. Let's go ahead and turn down the volume just a bit more. Alright, no, sorry. There we go. And here we go. So again, very quiet on all fronts. It's interesting that they don't spread at all. It looks like Vigar is just kind of sitting there waiting to use that Heimerdinger. And like we said again, this mid lane is going to be a little bit awkward, especially since Vigar actually ran a Knight. A lot of players at least see nowadays, they will try to take the barrier or exhaust or something else that's what we call a defensive summoner on a Heimerdinger, because you are not going to get in range as quickly as you would like. You're not actually wanting to get up close to them. And so when you take that ignite, that kind of shows that you're trying to go balls to the wall, meaning that might be a way for Kha'Zix to actually get a free kill, whereas on Chala's side, we actually see him taking that barrier just in case he might get blown up or anything of the sort. Now, really interesting to note, we actually did see Ahri just start Charm, which I think she was trying to use for a little bit of a catch out there. And that's going to cause a lot of issues, because now she has no wave pressure. She can't actually pressure this wave at all, meaning she's actually going to be a little bit slow on the bounce back if Vigar decides to push on that. And here we go, Cole going out, Mexican Batman just walks away, nothing new in there. So, and this is what we were talking about. It's going to be slightly interesting to say the least. I want to see how this bot lane rolls out, because if bot lane can get ahead on the side of Renegades, they are able to snowball this ahead. Looking at it right on the side, Roy TBT, just playing safe. They do just want to farm this out. They don't want to force anything. They really just want to hold. They want to farm out. They want to get this Jasana to a level where she doesn't have to deal with anyone. And top lane, pretty quiet as well. We can already see a small CS sweep occurring, and there we go. Shadow Slayer getting some good damage on PSC, but looks like the Meganar is actually going to stall out a lot of his advances. The big question is, where are the junglers going to be? It looks like they actually did a little bit of a different clear. We actually see Nautilus going straight from blue to, or red to blue, and he's looking for that level 3 gank on that top side. He is moving in. Are they going to see this Shadow Slayer moving away? Actually, very smart. I think he actually read that to a small extent because of where it is, and no, he did not. They're still looking for it. They want that kill so badly, and they're gonna wait till PFC hits level 6. There he goes. He hits level 6. Bobbytron's actually spending a lot of time. Here they go. Shadow Slayer. He is in a little bit of a pickle. Where is he gonna go? Auto down. Oh, Bobbytron stumbling on that, and they do get the stun against the wall. This could be Shadow Slayer's kill. He has nothing. He does burn flash. Oh, it was far, but PFC does get close. He is on a sliver of health. Is he gonna get away? All the flashes are down. There it is. Shield comes out. Great first blood from PFC. They get the kill, and they get the experience as well. That does set PFC a little bit ahead. I'm not sure about the flash on Shadow Slayer's part. That was a little bit of a death right there already. He wasn't really going to get away with it because you already have 2 flashes up. Bobbytron smartly hanging onto his flash, not wasting it. They already knew Gnar was going to go down. Vigar actually very low on mana, which is surprising. And ooh, PFC decided to stay. Shadow Slayer taking a lot of damage. He's going to have to back here and give the lead back over to Gnar. And here we go. Looks like Kha'Zix is looking a little bit worse for wear. I think he actually met Nautilus in the jungle, took a little bit of damage. So he's just going to go back to base. No, he actually has to walk out, and there we go. Again in the top side. These junglers are very much expecting this top lane to be the main catalyst, which is surprising considering Mexican Batman and Chess X on the bot side could actually do a lot of work if they get a little bit of help and get rolling again. Here we go again. Chala looking to try and harass this Vigar. Vigar unfortunately has no mana, so like the more that this goes on, the more that Chala can actually poke out Vigar, he can't actually get a large experience lead. Specifically because he uses his turrets as much as he can, and this is actually going to cause a lot of issues. Because he's going to keep running out of mana, he has no way to actually get back to lane very quickly, and he can't really push the lane unfortunately now. So great job from Chala to stall out this massive pushing power from Vigar. He keeps recalling in front of the tower. He's straight in front of the forces. He's just going to get poked out again. Here it is again. Yep, and there it goes. He is losing out on so much experience. He's going to lose out. Yep, and again, he has to save. So this is actually delaying. This is exactly what Ari wants to do. Wants to make sure that Vigar can't control anything else. Make sure to keep the CS difference to a minimum. And it's gone back pretty silent. In the top side though, this Gnar looks like he might be able to just take off on his own. Already about, I want to say 20 or 14 CS up, and unfortunately not that far behind. Not that far behind in gold. He's only about 120 down, but again, very interesting to say the least on how that top lane is still playing out. There we go, Shadow Slide actually misses his boomerang, and yep, there it goes. PSC just going and getting so much damage, knocks him out of the jump. It's gonna be a lot. Oh, Warrior TBT almost eating that hook, but Bobbytron wanting that gank. Summoners are up on the bot side. Now the thing is, Bobbytron was actually waiting for that, and yet Vol'jin was still pushing the lane, meaning that Bobbytron just wasted a lot of time down there. That is absolutely unfortunate. When your jungler is down in the bot side, you actually want to hold your push. You want to let the wave push towards you, and that way you can try and get something down. Here comes Chala jumping. No, actually, Narcotics actually trying to jump in, and everything fired off from Chala, not hitting. He still has the ultimate though. And the Rift Scuttle going over because this is Infernal Drink. They do want this Drake down cat. They do want this. It is a very high priority one, and they're still fighting about it, but Nautilus is actually going to clear something else. Oh, great ultimate from Chala, getting a lot of damage down, but looks like not enough. Again, Chala's just going to try and heal that up with her passive. With Arya's passive, and they're going to try and pull this out. Again, it's still warded. I don't know why Chala's still sticking around. He's just going to keep getting damage. Again, very, very quiet for 7 minutes in. I fully expected a little bit more aggression from the side of Renegades, but at the rate this goes, they're going to actually lose out pretty heavily in all the advantages. They are a team that need that early game pushing power to really take off. So I am unsure how this is really going to work. But in the top side again, that CS lead is not really closing, so that's actually really bad on the side of Udon. They need that CS lead to close, or they at least need to hold and make sure that Gnar can't get any further ahead. Here we go again. Looks like Team Renegades have gone back for an early buy. Caitlyn coming out with a BF sword and boots and a I keep forgetting that name. I want to say dagger, but it's not called that. It is called a dagger. I win. But coming back with a decent buy, not great, but it will do exactly. Oh, Chala, a very quick flash and the mastery spam. Now, that flash was a little bit iffy. It already hit. Chala didn't take that much damage and actually didn't get stunned, which is what it usually happens. And already, and there we go, all the way in. Vigar going all the way in and gets killed. Great job by Narcotics. This is what we were talking about earlier. Chala doing so much work, although burned the flash, but still did great. Also burned the barrier. Now that's unfortunate because I don't think it was necessary, but now Chala having the advantage, and this is what we were talking about earlier. They have to make some early game aggression, and Kha'Zix could not gank until Chala hit level 6 or 7, and it's great that they capitalized on that just now. And again, Chala, great damage down onto Bobbytron. Bobbytron having to just stick around, hold the tower a little bit. Level 6 now, they want this, but again, no one's around to help him out. So great job by Narcotics to get an early kill for himself, get himself moving in this game, because he's going to need a lot more of those if he wants to burst down the carries later. So now to go back over what exactly happened, Vigar unfortunately got a little bit too aggressive after the flash was burned by Chala, forgot that Chala still had her ultimate up, and being able to jump in took a orb to the face on both draws, and just lost a lot of his life, and that just gave an free range over to Kha'Zix to just hop in and deal the final blow. And so the question becomes, what can they do next? Kha'Zix has already ganked the mid, and now he's looking again towards his bot lane. And so this is something that we've seen a lot from, I would say, not as experienced teams, but not only are they trying to force games, actually we can't talk. Ooh, Shadow Slayer taking a lot of damage, great job, and they're actually going all the way in, but I don't think TFC has enough damage, and there we go, all around the map. Chala taking a lot of damage too on the bot side. There was a gank that was pulled off. Looks like no summoners burn on their side, so that again, and actually Kha'Zix taking a lot of damage in the jungle there. Nope, just took a little bit of a bomb to the face, so that's going to be that. But in the mid lane again, without the ultimate, Ahri is actually very, very successful. So it's unfortunate that this happens. Here we go, mixing Batman. They actually did find King Voltage. He is knocked out. Are they gonna get the kill? Look at it. There it is. The trap finishing it off. And Roy TBT trying his dangest, but the ultimate was there. And Macy didn't ult to try and save it. And Vigar comes down for nothing. He just walked down, ulted, and didn't get anything out of it. This means Ahri in the center gets a free push on mid. Meanwhile, in the top side, they are trying to get Rift Herald for a little bit of extra damage. And actually, this might be a fair trade. Tower for that Rift Herald. That means they can still contest later on. Actually, mid lane tower doesn't even go down. This is a free Rift Herald. Great job. Great call from Team Udon. And now they're just going to go top lane again. But there we go. Here comes the retaliation. A little bit late, but I think they can do it anyway. Absolutely perfect for them. And so a great trade. Actually, Janna is looking to steal this. I'm not sure if he's going to get it. It's going to look to go in. And nope, does not get a great hold. Actually, they didn't hold, but they did get the dragon, so that is going to be a plus for them. 1000k up at, or 900 gold up at 1140. So not too bad. Could be going a little bit quicker, but that Rift Herald in the top side. Actually, no, it actually went to the jungler, which is really surprising. You usually want to give that to your top laner, who's actually going to be finding a lot more. Not only that, Nautilus, unless he's ganking, will have to provide an opportunity to use it. I would suggest, at least in my hopes, I would like to see it use bot lane, and that way they can try and push out this Mexican Batman and Dinanichus. I'm very sorry if I butchered that name, but I hope it works. And King Vol'jin actually using that jump, even though that hook was extremely wide. So, interesting to say that. And here we go again in this mid lane. This Vigar is actually doing quite a bit of work on the Heimerdinger. Still down a death, but keeping up in farm and making sure he actually stays even. He's actually up barely in gold, so that's really good on his part. Looking again. Now, the big question is, where is Nautilus actually going to place this? Is he actually standing on a pink ward? That's not exactly what you want to do, and here we go. Chala looking for it. Wants to get that pick. Should have actually gone for it, but now they lose out on that. Bobbytron on the side, and here we go. Vigar looking for it, and great ult out by Chala. Burns 2 ultimates for 1. Not a bad trade. But here we go. It looks like they're going to look for it in the mid lane. And ooh, great rotation from Team Udon. Wanting this mid lane. They are trying to force this down as hard as they can. Ooh, Narcotics walked right in. Hook goes wide and everything is used there. But it looks like they are going to get mid lane tower first. No, it actually is standing with very, very little health left. And they're still forcing it. I'm actually amazed that Team Udon decided to do this, specifically because they could have just kept pushing bot and tried for something, but I fully understand, because it's against a Blitzcrank and a Caitlyn, they can't really do too much, so they decided to rotate, try and get a pick off. And it's a great rotate nonetheless. 2 minutes expired on that Rift Herald buff, and here we go again. Shadow Slayer almost hitting Mega Gnar though, so I'm not sure they want to do this. Kha'Zix is around the side, and they wisely back off. Just get the farm. They don't have the minion wave with them, so it's a very, very smart idea to go there. And actually, they do get a slow on the PFC. PFC getting slow just a tiny bit. Shadow Slayer looking for it. He might want to go. No, they know Bobbytron's still there. They know they can't do too much about it. They just want to push up this wave, make sure that Bobbytron's gonna have a hard time. Bringing out that vision, and again in the bot lane, surprisingly, it actually looks like Roy and King Vol'jin actually got an extra push, and they get the first tower of this game for free, pretty much. Actually, on the top side, Shadow Slayer actually getting picked off. He is not Mega Gnar. In comes Narcotics. He wants this kill. Great damage down, but Shadow Slayer actually goes down first, and isolation is not going to be enough. Narcotics wants it. There's the isolation. Bobby is caught out just a little bit. He wants it. And he really wants to make this work, but unfortunately he can't. The isolation was not enough, and this is what we were talking about earlier. Team Renegades had to make some early moves, and there we go. Oh, Great stop by PFC, and this is what we were talking about earlier, the stand together, or stand firm. Knocking him out of the jump, having to instantly flash. Ooh, Chala's wanting this, there it goes. Oh, Chala whiffs everything, but again, PFC, very, very low, gets taken out nonetheless, so great job on that to get a return kill. But again, they're bleeding for health right now. The big question that they're going to have to do is, what can they do from this? The worst part about this specifically is because the longer this goes on, the worse it's going to get for Renegades. They have to early on focus on certain targets on certain lanes to get advantages, and they have not shown proficiency in getting these advantages for their laners. The biggest thing that they can hope for now is for a definitive catch onto an enemy, but unfortunately their main engage tactic is actually behind right now. Poppy getting a lot of free help from Bobbytron, and again, Bobbytron has used Rift Herald. I did not see it go down actually. Surprisingly, I think it actually ran out of time. He actually just didn't use it. So what do Renegades need to do to get back in this game? It's a hard thing to say. Specifically because, again, as I've expanded on before, they had to be an early game team comp, but again, they still do have a somewhat decent fight composition. With the Gnar, with the coverage, with everything, and nope, can't really say much because Chala just got annihilated, but Vol'jin getting taken very low, but Roy TBT, great Monsoon going out there, but Mexican Batman caught in the back lane, great flash out, they're all okay. And meanwhile, in the mid lane, Chala actually survives as well. Had to burn all of his summoners though, so he is going to be a little bit out for the time being. Vol'jin looking like he needs to go back to base, unfortunately, right there. But again, Roy TBT, great job holding the enemy off. And here we go, Narcotics in the middle, Vigard getting taken low. Actually, not taken low, but taking a good chunk of damage and having to flash away. Ignite is still up. Here comes Bobbytron into the mid lane, but in the bottom lane, great knockout of the air. King Vol'jin gets a great grab, and that might be the kill. Great job through the exhaust, gets a kill. That's exactly what they wanted on that Caitlyn 2-0 so far. A CS lead of about 24, and that's great for this Renegade side, but PFC is still holding multiple advantages in other lanes. They actually have pushing power in every single other lane. Except for top lane, obviously, but Team Udon. Now, this is also a very poor, unfortunate mistake as well, while Narcotics actually finds Bobbytron, slows him down, might get a kill. Bobbytron taking extremely low, he's only level 8. Look at that damage, a level 10 to a level 8, he's gonna get a solo kill. Narcotics, 1v1, and in the mid lane, tower does go down for the first time, but PFC, great damage onto Shadow Slayer, but he can turn it around. The procs are coming through, he wants it. And in the bot lane, a tower is returned as well, so back and forth fighting. And again, another Infernal up on the map. Crazy stuff right now. This is going straight in favor of Renegades right now. V just absolutely loving him. And here we go again. Narcotics almost going down for this, but might not go. That tower might take it. I don't think it will. I think they're going to get it. Here we go. Great job from Narcotics to secure that kill. Now, that's 2 objectives that they have bled out compared to 1, but the Rift Herald was never used properly, so I still say that is a fair win on the side of Team Renegades. Unfortunately, they still do not have the composition properly, so I would still give the advantage over to Team Udon if they can pull it together and pull ahead. And Bobbytron taking so much damage right there. He actually went Moby Boots in the jungle. I'm not sure if that's what you want to do, because that actually severely limits what he can do on the tanky side. Most jungle tanks you actually want are the such things as Merc Treads or Ninja Tabis to survive a bit longer in the jungle, but he is actually extremely squishy. Only has the Chain Vest to really help him out, along with a little bit of health, but I am not sure about that pickup of the Moby Boots, specifically because they're already behind. They need a little bit more survivability. He's going to need to walk through a lot of slows and stuns. Not exactly what you want to see. Again, he's in the mid lane, looking to just try and clear that out. Mexican Batman just clearing out some wards as well. And that is absolutely unfortunate that 2 Infernals go in, and Bobbytron trying to get a hook, only hooks a minion. And wow, Chala goes all the way in. Look at that burst right there. And Mexican Batman steals the kill. And there goes Vigard's ultimate as well. So great job by Team Renegades to pick up a kill on a free champion, and this is exactly what you want to do with this competition. You just want to pick people off. You don't go heavy on the team fight right now. You are behind, your Gnar is not up to that full power, and there we go. Great jump in from Narcotic. Great kill as well. Renegades showing their prowess. 5-man mid, absolutely saying we don't care, and Shadow Slayer all the way in. PFC going in alone, but they might get it. Oh, Narcotics is going to go down, and it looks like the rest of the team doesn't exactly have damage. Chala trying to chunk him out, but great collapse from PFC to get one back with nothing. So that still is a 2-for-1 and a tower, but great return on PFC to get a kill without burning anything of the sort. So Narcotics down for the count for another 20 seconds, but still great job on his part. They are still bleeding, and there we go. Oh, there it goes. The root onto Caitlyn going all the way in, but no, again, Bobbytron's so squishy, and he's exactly going to go down. There it goes again. Oh, goes out. Oh, Vulcan curves it around Poppy, and they get a 4th kill in this engage. There it goes. Possibly a 5th going down, and PFC, this is a bloodbath right now. Shadow Slayer under the tower, unfortunately can't do anything else. Gets knocked out, but that's still so many kills for Team Renegades, and only a few for Udon. And that fight was all over the place. Unfortunately to say, Udon came out a little bit worse for wear. And this is the issue that we were talking about earlier. Bobbytron is not tanky. He is trying to engage for the team, and it's well-meaning and well-to-do. But his team not only is slow to react, but I'm pretty sure they aren't saying anything as I'm saying this. Vigard getting absolutely destroyed in a 1v1 scenario. Narcotics on a killing spree right now. And going back to the original topic, Bobbytron is not tanky. He went MR versus a complete slaughterfest at this point, and he is not optimizing properly for what is going on, in my opinion at least. Merc Treads would not only stop the slow, it stopped the hooks, at least for a little bit, and it stopped the trap damage as well. Every time he gets caught out, or every time he tries to go in, he is getting focused extremely hard. And he needs that extra MR to really focus down the survive the killing pressure of the Ahri, and it's causing them so many issues right now. PFC getting chased under his own tower, and here we go again. Oh, Charm misses with the ultimate, and now they can go in. Bobbytron flashing in forward onto Mexican Batman. Mexican Batman does have flash. And new one tried, they do get King Golden, but they can't go all the way in. No, good flash away by King Golden. They are going to keep fighting this, and it slowly walk away from him. A little messy fight. Unfortunately, when Chala tried to go in, he did charm a minion so that Bobbytron did not take the full brunt of that damage, and Vigard is trying to do a little bit more, but in the top side, this Caitlyn Gnar combo is absolutely destroying this tower from PFC, and here we go. Bobbytron working on the top side. They're going to look to just try and hold. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they are looking for a reverse push of their own. But, oh, here comes Narcotics on the side, but has to jump away, has to respect the damage from Vigard and Vulcan. Smart play on his side. But this is amazing job from Renegades to rotate, to understand that they do not want to stay in one place for too long. Mexican Batman flashes and doesn't get anything except for another flash out of Vigard. So that is 2 flashes down, or 3 actually, from the primary carries of Team Udon, as well as their jungler Bobbytron. And it looks like they're just trying to play ARAM a little bit more. Now, this is very scary for Renegades, because the longer they try and play complete mid lane push, they're actually going to lose out in the full scale of things. Specifically because, again, as we said, Udon drafted a very tankish composition. On the side of Renegades, they do have great burst potential with the actual fed Kha'Zix, as well as the Caitlyn and Ahri. They have great pick potential. Issue that they're going to have is the longer that they fight in the mid lane, the longer it's giving the Team Udon time to continuously pressure. And here we go, Shadow Slayer going all the way in onto this Poppy and gets minion blocked to a very large degree. This is a 1v1 scenario. Shadow Slayer wants this kill. No, actually he doesn't. But might get the kill. Here we go. And it is going down to the wire. Shadow Slayer does get it. And now the Air Drake is on the table now. They want this one as well. Bobbytron is nowhere to be seen. He's on the top side. They knew this was going to spawn. A complete macro outplay from the side of Renegades. And they get a 3rd dragon. Absolutely horrendous call by Udon to give up that dragon. It looked like Bobbytron was not on the same page. They did not want to go for that. And they give up a 3rd objective as well as a solo kill. And this is This is not looking good. This is specifically because BobbyJon spent so much time in the top side and kept ganking for this Nar, or kept ganking for this Poppy where it doesn't help. And there we go. Narcotic actually gets caught out on a very large degree. And Nar getting hooked in, but that's under tower, so he's safe. And that's... I'm not sure what Narcotics was doing there, but that just opened up a mid lane push for Team Udon, as long as they can make it through. And Vigar actually using that right in front of the enemy team. I'm not sure that's exactly what he wanted to do. He didn't actually get any damage, and that means Shadow's like, oh, great. Great whirlwind, knocking Nar away from hopping into the enemy team. He did not have flash, so I don't think he would have reached, but that still would have been at least one kill. Great damage overall. T'Challa having to ult away from that hook. He got caught out on the wrong side of the hook, forced into that position, so great job on the side of BobbyJon, but another ultimate down. And again, this is the longer they play ARAM here, I'm not sure it's actually going to work out well for Team Renegades, but we'll see how it goes. Kha'Zix's back on the playing field now. Baron is on the table for them if they would so choose. Now, BobbyJon, as going through, he still has the Mobies, which I absolutely, if you're ever playing jungle, do not get Mobies unless you're playing something like an Elise. Absolutely no point. Ooh, great hit from T'Challa. T'Challa actually has nothing. He does have flash, but tries to get over the wall. Not able to flash in time, which is actually probably preferable. But, again, T'Challa staying very, very low around the front of the team fight and just absolutely got hooked in, and that was such a poor play on his part. And this is not what Renegades wants. Against, as we've been talking, as we get the monsoon out from the Janna, so that's going to be down. But as we were talking earlier, Renegades do not want to get caught out. They want to be the ones picking people out. They do not want to give. They don't want to give Udon any chance to really group up and fight as all five, because they will lose out imminently. So the big question is, what can they do to really help them out and work their way through? And it's just, they have to find picks along the side. Kha'Zix is actually in the bot side near the dragon, just trying to farm out, get a little bit more health. And he's actually getting found out just a little bit. He is seen on the map. He walked over 1 or 2 wards, and now he has to run away. It looks like Team Udon do want to split and try and find him, but again, they're looking for it. They're split actually very heavily. If Team Renegades can walk in. No, it looks like Team Udon is playing extremely safe. They know that their bot lane just rushed to the bottom. Their ADC and support did just push to the bot lane, and there we go. Oh, great flash in. Gets 2, gets 3. There they go. Great damage coming in. That is 1 kill down. Looks like another one. BobbyJon extremely low. Going almost all the way down. Great ult out, but nope, nothing doing there. So they do only get 1. Didn't lose anyone, which is great, but Shadow Slayer taking a lot of damage. Vigar actually putting up a massive defense on epic proportions there. The rockets and the bouncing bomb doing so much work for them. But again, they might get this tower. They did lose their top laner, so great job on the Gnar for going in and getting that great, fantastic Gnar ultimate into the wall, get the 2 carries, and burst them down as fast as possible. And it looks like another teleport to the top side just to try and rush us down while PFC is still down. That means they might get 2 towers. And for a misplay, I would say, on the side of Team Udon, Blitzcrank getting hooked in, just a little tussle. Tanks don't really do too much. And here we go again, looking at it shortly. Oh, boy, TBT actually flashed on the wall, left BobbyJon to rot right there. That is so unfortunate, and Shadow Slayer just got played like a baseball right there. Tried to gnar in and got knocked right back out. But that is the most... that would be the time that you're pinging your support like, why'd you flash away, you had ultimate. But straight up, Roy TBT just left Bobby to die right there. And Shala... I don't know what Chala was thinking right there, but Tristana just walked up, placed a ward, and walked back away. And Chala did nothing, standing right in his face, which is actually kind of funny. So, not exactly the greatest map awareness, but still good on his part. But now that lead that we were talking about, only 900 gold, is now ballooned into 7.3k for Renegades. And Renegades look like a fantastic moving squad right now. Udon just looking kind of lost. And as we were saying earlier, Tristana and Janna need a long time to ramp up. And not only that, they've had a horrendous early to mid game. Caitlyn 5-0-3 with 200 CS under her belt, 0 deaths down there, even with the Blitzcrank, and that shows immense work done by the enemy team. And oh, Ari caught out, knocked out, looking like a lot of damage going down. They are wanting to collapse in on this just a little bit more. Want to keep going. BobbyCon still 1 more damage. And the Monsoon used so early didn't knock anyone back. They are going to get this fight. 1 goes down, 2 goes down. No one dead on the side of Renegades. Renegades, Vol'jin flashes forward, tries to get onto Ari. Ari not going down. On the other side, they are getting kills left and right. They have knocked down the primary carries. Tristana and Vigar, the only ones alive right now. They might look to get it. Oh, the stun goes down, and here comes the ultimate. Vol'jin goes down. That is a clean fight for Renegades to get 4-0. And oh, Vigar, you stayed a little bit too close, my friend. Oh, and that's a 3rd Infernal as well. So unfortunate, but so well played from Renegades. They win the fight. And again, this is what we've seen over and over again from this enemy team. It's Renegades playing very, very smartly around their primary carries right now. And it's just everything kind of catapulted all at once. How to describe it is a mismatch of who to go for. We saw in that fight, BobbyTron deciding to try and fight on the Ahri. Did very well, knocked out the Banshee's Veil, and then ulted, but no one was there to follow up. PFC trying to follow up behind, but as you notice, King Vol'jin as well as Vigar were actually focused on the top side, working on Shadow Slayer, trying to knock him down, and it just didn't work. They couldn't kill the Gnar at this point. Gnar, extremely strong, and just, they couldn't burn him down in time. And instead, that gave Renegades enough time to focus back, to work on killing off this not so beefy BobbyTron that we're seeing right now. Void Staff also completed for Ahri. She's going to be bursting through that damage, and BobbyTron doesn't actually have that much health. Chala walking straight into 2 people. That is so unfortunate. She's going to go down. A free kill for Udon. And actually, Mason Batman also caught out. He does have flash, but I don't think he wants to use it. He is super tanky, so he's not too worried about it. He's just going to walk right away, and I'm not sure what Arya was doing right there, but just walked into 2 of them, got knocked out, and I guess just caught sleeping. 27 seconds on him, so that's going to be a fair window of opportunity, and Shadow Slayer having to hop away. Has a decent amount of damage, but BobbyCon's starting to get to that point where he doesn't have to worry too much. And he did finally complete a Negatron Cloak as well as a Ruby Crystal, so after that Knight's Vow, he is now on his way to a little bit tankier build. I believe that's going for a Spirit Visage work, and Shadow Slayer hopping in, doesn't get anything. He does have Flash, he does want to, oh, great hook onto Vigar, but doesn't get the stun almost. With Gnar ultimate catches no one, and they have to back away from that.
It's smaller than the diagram.
Very, very unfortunate from Shadow Slayer. He does not get his ultimate off. That could have easily been 3 to 4 kills right there, but could not convert it over properly. And it looks like actually they do want to go for Baron. Narcotics is looking for it, and everyone is popping around. Shadow Slayer finding Vigar once again. Oh, he popped it up. He does go down to the Gnar passive proc, and there we go. BobbyTron getting absolutely destroyed. PFC a little bit blocking, a little bit of damage, but no, this looks like an absolute rampage. They are getting so much damage down. That is 3 for 0. King Vol'jin get the 4th kill on the board, and Roy TVT is nowhere to be found. Roy absolutely split from his team, and Renegades make the absolute smashing call to take that fight and blow them apart. And so unfortunate was the mistimed call from Udon to hit that plant. Vigar not on the plant, either it was a misclick or a mismovement. And Renegade, great job to notice that and run. Fantastic job on their part. And they ran away with that for sure. PSC didn't even have time to flash. I don't even think flash was up at that time, but still, they ran them down like dogs and just slaughtered them. Great job from Renegades. They're going to get the Baron as well. They got 2 inhibitors. And this game just blew wide open once again. Triple Infernal doing so much work for this Renegades team. And as we said before, they don't win off of complete team fights. They win off of picking one person, catching them out over and over again. And that's what happened. They clear out Vigar's health just a little bit. They keep moving. And have absolutely pushed them to the brink. Vigar caught out of position, and that all started from his missed position. Walking back from the Baron, not respecting that close range combativeness, and walked straight into a Gnar, got 3-shot, and just had to deal with it. Excuse me. And now with 2 inhibitors down, bot lane open as well to the inhibitor tower, Renegades look to just push, and honestly I'm not sure what they want to do. They actually, Bobbytron finds the heaviest and tankiest member of Renegades. I don't think that's what he wants. PFC is there as well. Bobbytron, oh great, go in, but they only catch one person. That is the 2 tankiest. No one else is around them right now. Shadow Slayer and Mexican Batman absolutely fighting a battle that they do not want to take, but the rest of the cavalry comes in. Here they go. Great shot. Janna goes down. That is 2 for 0 so far, and Narcotics and Caitlyn just cleaning up the fight again. A complete wipe, and that was off the back of a decent catch from Udon. And wow, Narcotics saying he doesn't care anymore. He flashes in, tries to get a kill, and gets absolutely chunked for it. And Vigard lays down the amplified tower, but oh, Narcotics says no, you do not get to even Zanya's. That is a kill. That is the first game over to Team Renegades. Beautifully played, beautifully done, and they will take game 1 of this best of 3 series. Congratulations.